I have been through it all, and this is the most gruesome. If I meet a girl tomorrow, she name Melissa, babe, Mr. Baby, I'll talk to you again another time.
Bad and Gilbert, believe me. Yes. Right now we mash up everybody place, everybody homeless right now.
I've experienced Gilbert in 1988.
Yes.
But Melissa, is by, and now it's a class by herself really. I experienced, as I said, both, and this one really, it was very frightening.
Hi, One Love Jamaica family. Well, today I'm currently in Falmouth here in Trelawny, just to take a look at what's happening in this parish. This is one of those parishes that unfortunately has not gotten much coverage in terms of what has happened because of the passage of Hurricane Melissa, but has also faced very serious damage. And some would have said, like for example, I think Minister Mackenzie, that the damage here rivals that of Black River. So let us now take a look to see if what he says in terms of what we're seeing, if it comports with what he says. But from what I am seeing now, there seems to be a lot of flooding in this area. So let's just take a look. So in front of us now, we're seeing a lot of water here on the roadway that leads into Falmouth. You can see over there in the wetlands. I look right in front of us now. So yeah, One Love family, there are some serious effects that we are observing now, approximately going on to over 2 weeks now, going into 3 weeks. I would say over 2 weeks now since Hurricane Melissa, and you can see that there is still serious flooding going on here in the town of Falmouth, which has now caused traffic build-up due to persons being very cautious in terms of driving into the water here in the parish of Trelawny. Now we look to our left where there's a market set up. You can see that persons have used pallets, so persons can stand on here. And to my right, at the Thrifty gas station, we'll see observing some more flooding here in Falmouth. And I am actually very surprised that we're seeing this in one of the country's major towns, especially after the time period that has elapsed. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Well, One Love Jamaica family. Yes, right here in Falmouth, Trelawny. One of the places that you could say it has not gotten the same level of reporting, but from what I'm seeing has had very similar damage to a lot of other places. But it has been overshadowed. I don't even know if overshadowed would be a right word to use, but there are other places that have been, in terms of more people would have been affected, so less attention has been paid to Falmouth, Trelawny. So let's take a look and see what is happening here in the town. So one thing I noticed that a lot of garbage, as you would say, piled up all over the town. A lot of trees that would have fallen, limbs, all the type of things that have been left in the roadway that the authorities so far have not been able to clean up. You'd have seen that the National Solid Waste Management Agency was making a huge appeal to get private contractors involved in terms of assisting with the whole cleanup process. I don't think that they would have been successful as yet. So, like I said, Falmouth is one of those areas that has seemed to have gotten a little bit less attention, unfortunately. So as I'm making my way closer to the town center, you can see that this building here, that the entire roof was totally destroyed during the passage of Hurricane Melissa. And you see a generator there operating. I think right here persons are able to purchase charge here at the charging station where you see the Jamaican flag. If you want to charge, it says $200, $300, ice drinks for sale. They say no credit, and they're open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. right here in Falmouth Square. Now I'll take a walk over here to get a closer look at some more of the damage which we've seen. You can see that this building here has been flattened. I'm not 100% sure of what that building is across the road. You know, Falmouth is one of those historical towns. Now looking at one of the main buildings here in the square, this building has also lost its roof.
Yeah.
And you know that Falmouth was rebuilt in recent years as a major tourist attraction here on the northern coast of Jamaica. Hi, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, gentlemen. What was this building used for? This is the courthouse. So it was active before Hurricane Melissa.
Because of wind, weather problems. So it was relocated to Duncan.
So this is the original courthouse.
Yes.
Right in Falmouth Square.
Yes, used by the parish council too.
It also is the parish council's office.
Yes.
The municipal council's office.
Right
Yes.
now.
Okay. But the entire roof is gone.
Gone with the
That's
wind.
history.
Gone with the wind.
Yes. I noticed that there's a lot of garbage I see in the town and so on. A lot of it has not been cleaned up as yet. And I see that there's some flooding.
They're in the process.
They're in the process. Okay.
The big down by Max bottom there.
Yes.
A lot of water come from them over the mangrove
Yes.
and block the street down there.
Was it worse than this before? Is it getting lower now, or is it about the same level?
It time rainfall it come up.
It comes up.
Yes. A couple days ago it wasn't too bad, but soon we took rainfall.
What you call this area here in Falmouth? What is this entire area called? Alright, there's no specific name for it.
Okay.
Is it Water Square?
No, what's over
Water
there?
Square is up.
Water Square is back that way?
Just walk up the road.
This is
Okay.
This is Arbor Street.
This area is known as they call it grass peas.
Grass Piece. Okay, that's the local name. Alright, cool. Alright, thank you very
I
much.
was born here, so I knew the one star my name born, but my born a couple years after that.
Yes.
Alright.
I have been through it all, and this is the most gruesome. I tell you, my brother, I don't want to see nothing like this again. Never. This take the icing and half of the cake.
Yes.
Melissa. If I meet a girl tomorrow, she named Melissa, babe, me say, baby, I'll talk to you again another time. No way.
You're not in anything with anybody named Melissa.
Oh my God. Bye-bye.
So, give me an idea. What did you experience when Melissa was passing through?
I saw it.
Falmouth?
It's like I was just sitting watching television of Melissa coming and gone. I said, whoa, this is it. The rain, the breeze, the trees, everything. Sometimes you see like something pass through like a spacecraft or a house stopper pass through. And I said, wait, this thing is real, man. Very real.
And you didn't expect it to be so powerful.
5, and the most powerful one. And trust me, I thank God. I thank God for the experience
For you to be alive today.
very much. And I look forward to be alive for a long time.
Yes.
Yep,
You say you're what, 71 now?
I'm 71.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah, man. You take care, Mr.
Thank
Doctor.
you, thank
Yeah, man.
you.
Thank you. So, yes, we just had a conversation with Terry Doctor. Yes, Doctor. And here we're seeing the courthouse built in 1815. I said destroyed by fire and rebuilt in 1926. And in 2025 now, we're looking at another rebuild. It says in the commemoration of the visit of Their Royal Highness the Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall to the Falmouth Historical District, Falmouth, Trelawny, Jamaica, West Indies, 13th of March 2008. So this entire area is considered to be the historic district. There seems to be a lot of traffic jam right here in the town, and like what Mr. Doctor had just explained to me is that Water Street is in that direction, but we're going to take a trek back to this way, getting a bit closer to the sea, just to take a look and see what more damage we can uncover here. And you can look that this is very severe. Once regarded as one of Jamaica's finest surviving examples of Georgian civic architecture, the historic Falmouth Courthouse, built in 1815, now stands severely damaged after the passage of Hurricane Melissa, which tore off its roof and left the centuries-old landmark exposed to the elements. The courthouse, long celebrated for its symmetrical Georgian design, classical columns, and carefully proportioned facade, has been a central part of Falmouth's identity for over 200 years. Its construction marked the rise of Falmouth as a bustling commercial and administrative center in the early 19th century, symbolizing order, governance, and the development of civic life during the colonial era. It remains one of the most notable structures recognized by the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, JNHT. But with the Hurricane Melissa's destruction, the town now faces a new chapter of uncertainty. The loss of the roof has placed the building at immediate risk of further deterioration, raising urgent concerns among residents who fear that any delay in restoration could lead to the permanent loss of Falmouth's most defining landmark. The impact extends beyond culture and history. Falmouth is one of Jamaica's major cruise ship ports, drawing thousands of visitors weekly. The courthouse has long been a centerpiece of the town's tourism experience. Its damaged appearance threatens to diminish visitor interest, weaken heritage-based tours, and reduce the overall economic value the site brings to the town. If not urgently replaced, the loss in cultural and tourism revenue could be significant, affecting local shops, guides, and small businesses that rely on foot traffic through the historic district. Still, residents remain hopeful. Many believe this moment offers a chance for both community members and officials to join hands, rally resources, and restore the courthouse to its former glory, ensuring that this historic site continues to anchor Falmouth's tourism culture for generations to come. So what you have to say about what the experience with Hurricane Melissa?
Why I first see them as not me in Jamaica. But on Gilbert, believe me. Yes. Right now we mash up everybody place. Everybody homeless right now. Enough people have nowhere to sleep.
What about your place?
Why I mash up my place, brother? Right now me out the door right now. And apply me up and apply me asleep, believe me.
So you just go and hustle for try to
just go and hustle. You have to send some help. I want some help.
Yeah, what's your name?
Clayton Hudson.
Clayton Hudson. Give me a phone number.
909
yes.
8297. I need 909 8297.
Yes.
Yeah, me need some help, man. Believe me, you don't find me. Me need some help. I first do something like this from my barn.
Alright, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So that's another person here in Falmouth giving me his views about what he experienced with Hurricane Melissa. Good afternoon, sir. So I'll quickly make my way past all of this bit of confusion here in the town. Very tight quarters I have to squeeze through, and with every step you can see more and more evidence of the damage that was caused here by Hurricane Melissa. I see a Wholesome selling their products here on the road. And as you can look over on that side of the road, you see more palm trees, more roofs that have been affected. We're going to take a right turn here. That building there says the Salvation Army Hall, which has had sections of the roof, well, at least the covering over the wood, that zinc and so on, totally ripped off from the top. We see that some of the Scotiabank sign over there has been disturbed. Taking a walk around this side to see what else we can glean while on the road here in Falmouth. You see a zinc here, a few more palm trees that have been downed. You can see more evidence of the damage here. You see a few of the palm trees here, so also on the ground. Again, as I said, a lot of the garbage has not yet been taken up here, and the NSWMA, as I said, have requested more assistance from private contractors. We can see a few men on that roof doing some repairs, which is a good sign here in Falmouth. And they venture to put out their cones to warn individuals in terms of walking in this area and anything falling on them. So we'll make a left turn here now.
It's King Street.
It's King Street. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. So you hear that, people? This is King Street, and we can see more and more damage here on King Street. We can see that this building has also lost its roof. And you see here again what is now a common site, a lot of garbage and stuff piled up, and it's just overwhelming. Just as Mr. Doctor had said, they're in the process of cleaning up, but there's just so much damage. It's just overwhelming. The more you take away stuff, is the more stuff just keep on coming out. Persons keep on clearing out their spaces, trying to get back to business as per usual, are trying to build back their lives as much as possible. I'll proceed further up King Street, and in front of me again another huge pile of garbage. The thing that we have to be careful about is that these things will tend to have roaches and rats and so on, and you know, with rats comes leptospirosis, which is also very dangerous. See, you're talking about a possible health crisis. My God, a heavy scent just hit me. I realized that it seems that there are a number of dogs being kept in this area. The scent of dogs it's almost like I got a heavy punch. See another property here that has had serious damage all over. And we at the intersection of Cornwall Street and King Street is where we notice this huge pile up of garbage here in Falmouth. Again, I don't think we can be too harsh on the authorities. It's a manpower issue. A lot of persons who you would have expected to be working are persons who themselves have been affected seriously. And there's another building here. I think this is a church right here on Cornwall Street. Yes, it's a church building. I don't see a name on it, and it's at number 11 here on Cornwall Street in Falmouth. So hold on a second, let me see. Minister, could you just tell me in terms of, well, I see that the entire roof is gone.
Yes, the
but
entire
can you
roof
describe
has
to me the
been...
effect that Melissa has had on you in terms of a church community and personally?
Well, yes, you know, it has a great impact upon the church. I'm saying because we haven't been able to meet since the hurricane and such. We haven't been able to meet. It has taken off our entire roof. It also had some. It has also impacted me in the sense that I've also lost my roof too. So it has impacted us. I'm saying because we are going to have to spend a lot of money to restore back the roof as such. I'm saying here.
What has been the reaction from members when you have spoken to them? Okay,
now members also have lost roof. They have lost maybe also personal belongings. We have a help out in issuing tarpaulins to those who maybe maybe who have lost their roof as such, or maybe who are experiencing leaking in their house right now.
So have you like provided like food packages?
Yes, we did that last week where we had care packages. Care packages not just for members but also for the community of Falmouth.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a sister congregation, that is the St. Andrew Church of Christ in Kingston, that came down and we offer up packages across. Say last week Saturday we hand out quite a lot of packages as such to members and also to people in the community across Falmouth.
I saw you alone working on this zinc. What in your mind would you be able, because would you be getting any assistance from other members?
Yes. There are other members that will be coming in later on, and also tomorrow. What we intended to do is to do some put in the zinc one part and put in the board one part, so the carpenter will be able to have an idea of maybe some of the zinc that maybe be able to reuse on the building, be able to figure out now what are the materials that you will need. I'm saying the new zinc, new boards and so forth as such.
In terms of, could you just tell us a little bit about your experience? Because you have experienced multiple hurricanes.
Yes,
what was your experience of Melissa?
I've experienced Gilbert in 1988.
Yes.
But Melissa is by now it's a class by herself really. I'm saying she's more powerful, a lot more powerful than Gilbert, and the state of her devastation as such is more tremendous than Gilbert too. So I experienced, as I said, both, and this one really, it was very frightening. Very frightening. When my roof went and I looked up, it was just maybe the sky that I was looking in. And yes, I know that what it has impacted Jamaica, the western part of Jamaica, it has affected it tremendously. And it's going to take some time for it to be restored as such. And then
when do you think you'll be able to come back in this place to worship?
Oh, maybe sometime in December, hopefully.
In time for Christmas?
Yes, sometime in December for Christmas. We are hoping that we'll be able to be back inside here, maybe before Christmas, hoping to be able to be back here to worship as such.
If you could send one message, what would be that message?
Okay, now, not to take life for granted really, to do all the good that we can do. I'm saying to help out, and because what it tells us that we have to reach out and help one another, and what this teaches us really, that I know that we are our brother's keeper really. We are here to assist and to reach out, because we do not know what may happen to us or what state as such we may find ourselves in, that we may also need some assistance and help from others really.
In a heartfelt conversation, Minister Donovan James of the Falmouth Church of Christ described the immense hardship his congregation is now facing after Hurricane Melissa's devastating passage. He shared that both his church building and his own home suffered serious damage, leaving parts of the structure exposed and several essential areas unusable. Even more troubling, many of his church members lost furniture, appliances, roofs, and in some cases their entire living spaces. Despite this, Minister James spoke with the spirit of compassion and determination. He outlined the church's ongoing efforts to assist both members and the wider public, offering food, clothing, emotional support, and whatever small relief they can gather. He emphasized that this moment calls for unity, not just within the congregation, but across Jamaica. His message was simple yet powerful. No more than ever, we must look out for one another, share what we can, and lift up those who are struggling. This reminds me of a fitting Bible verse. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. Galatians chapter 6, verse 2.
And that was a very interesting conversation I had there with the minister. You know, he's talking about all the kind of mental stresses that a lot of individuals are now going through in terms of what they're facing in terms of the losses due to the passage of Hurricane Melissa that has devastated the island. And most Jamaicans have not yet been able to even come to grips with the passage of the hurricane. There are many people who are still there, who are hungry, don't know where the next meal is coming from. Some people that are in need of water, people having all kind of different needs. So I think where I am going now would be closer to Water Square here in Falmouth. So let me just take my time here. You see there more evidence of damage here that Falmouth would have faced. You can see over by the gas station there also, where the roof is now gone. So I think we're now in Water Square here in Falmouth. We're going to take a look at one of Jamaica's most famous son, Usain Bolt, whose statue is still secure and safe here in Water Square. You can see that apparently they had, I don't know what all of this that is on it. It's been tied up with some cloth and plastic. I'm assuming that somebody was trying to ensure that it stays protected and there's no scratch. So the Usain Bolt statue is fine here in Water Square here in Falmouth. You can see there's a lot of activities going on in the town. People are trying to get back to normal. A lot of business activities, a lot of market vendors and so on. Earlier you'd have seen would have driven past the market area where there's some amount of flooding happening that has caused all the motorists to kind of slow down in terms of how they're operating on a daily basis, in terms of how they move back and forth. So One Love Jamaica family, we're looking more at this the stuff that persons are now putting out on their property. I can tell you that you can even smell the scent of sometimes like dead animals and so on here in Falmouth. Again, I'm saying I'm not blaming anybody because I'm just stating the facts. So we're now proceeding to where residents have warned me that if I don't intend to travel in the traffic, I'll have to go through water, which is seawater. So, you know, doing what we do, we have to go for the more dangerous route to see what this water looks like, at least for you to have an idea of what dangers lie ahead. So we're heading out in that direction now, just to see what it looks like here on the coast of Falmouth. We can even see where that bus stop is right there. You see that there was like advertising board that is partially blown down. We see the light pole here damaged, and we see some work going on ahead of me. So the gentleman is now calling my attention, and I should have a stop right here. So yeah, there seem to be moving some stones and gravel and so towards, maybe to build a seawall or something. Thank you very much, Chief. Yeah, man. So they're building something out here, I guess, in order for future protection, and they're clearing up some of the dirt on that side. I just try to carefully make my way now through, and you see some of the garbage here being taken away in this truck, but I tell you, the amount of garbage I've seen, it's going to take some time to move all of that. It's almost, I don't want to say it's insurmountable. It's just going to take time, and yes, people, it's going to be frustrating, and very difficult. Persons are going to be uncomfortable with the smell and all that probably is there, but we just have to be a bit more patient as much as we can. Ahead of me now, I'm seeing where I was warned up. I see motorists there are taking their time to go through the body of water, which is, it seems to be much more on this side than it is where I previously drove to get into the town of Falmouth earlier. So this has now become a regular theme in this time, in terms of going through these bodies of water in different parishes which I have experienced. Now in Falmouth, and this water is directly coming from the sea, and trust me, there is a pungent stench that you get here. Let me make you have a different angle to view the vehicle going through the water here. I have to gingerly be making my way. I have to be extra cautious that I don't get splashed or anything like that, especially going up against a much larger vehicle like this one that's in front of me here. Let me see if I can switch over to the right lane, which is a bit more shallower, but I can tell you there's a very strong scent coming from the water. Based on what I saw from the drone, we would have gone through most of it. We're just a little bit on the roadway, and also would have noticed that the similar water would be close to where the market area is, entering Falmouth using the new roadway or bypass to get into the town. This is the old roadway.
As I wrap up today's coverage, I'm reminded of the voices that shaped this journey through Falmouth's heartbreak and resilience. I spoke with 71-year-old Terry Doctor, who survived Hurricane Gilbert, and told me with the mix of fear and humor that Melissa was the only storm to ever challenge Gilbert's memory, adding jokingly that if he ever meets a woman named Melissa, he might just have to pass her straight. His words captured both the terror of this moment and the unbreakable Jamaican spirit that always finds a way to laugh through pain. Then there was Clayton Hudson, a young man struggling in the aftermath and in need of immediate help. One of many who remind us that recovery is not just about rebuilding structures, but rebuilding lives. And of course, Minister Donovan James, whose wisdom, humility, and call for unity offered a powerful message of hope as he and his church worked tirelessly to support both members and the wider community. Despite the destruction, despite the losses, we as Jamaicans will get past this. We have done it before, and we will do it again. And with the severe damage to the historical town as significant as Falmouth, maybe this moment marks something deeper. Maybe this is the time we begin rewriting our history, introducing new characters, new chapters, and new stories of strength, rising from the ruins. Jamaica will rise again, and Falmouth will not be forgotten.